Hey guys, welcome back. I am coming on to do a process video to play along with all kinds of goodies from Shimmerz Paints. I've got the color kits, I've got the bonus bundle, and I've got the paper kits. You guys, all of these little lollipops were in the sequins packet that's part of the bonus bundle, and I think they're hilarious. I had to separate them out because I loved them so much. Here's some of our gorgeous sequins without the lollipops. And I even have more. Like, they keep just giving. The sequins are giving. We have dots. I've got papers. I've got all of the things. So let's jump right into it, because what I like to do first is to do some simple painting on my little coloring sheet. And you guys, I don't do anything fancy. I just don't. But you guys, get as fancy as you want. I just like to sit down. I've got some slightly dirty water from doing my swatching, and I usually end up using these little dinky ones. I just like to sit down, get my paints and things ready. I've got a paper towel roll. I just wipe it off over and over on it. I'm gonna put these into my trash, because what I do is on the bottom of my little pans, I use a Sharpie and I write in what the name is. So I don't need to put them into the little jackets, the little tiny baggies. Isn't that cute? That's cantaloupe. It's so cute. Okay. So I have been using, and it's been going really well, so I'm going to keep doing it. I have this very fancy white plate, right? It's from the Dollar Tree. So I basically went in to see if I could find the whitest white plate, because that gives me a really easy to wash palette. I can just throw it in my sink. So I'm going to just go ahead and spray in some of the Making Waves vibes. This is a spritz in the color Ruby. I'm going to separate them out quite a bit so that I don't make it too messy. So I will have that, and then I will have this Shimmerz in Key Lime, and I have a Shimmerz in Bumblebee. So I will have all of my colors out here, good to go. So what I thought I'd show you is literally how simply, so incredibly simply, I do this. You guys, I actually need a smaller paintbrush. I thought I had all the little ones, and I do not. So bear with me for a second. And let me see. Oh, there's some of the cutest little tiny paintbrushes in here. I have this a pegboard, and I have my paintbrushes that sit in these little cup containers on there. They're so cute. I just found, like, look at this. Look at this little guy. He's little. Okay. Anyway, so all I'm gonna do is get my paintbrush a little wet. It kind of gets the party starting, as it were. And I'm gonna grab some of my Bumblebee, and really I just super simply paint. I can always go in and oh, there is a little piece that's too long in here. I can always come back in, I can deepen colors, I can do all of that, but I love to just start getting the color on. So pineapple, the first thing I saw was, oh yes, I want to put Bumblebee on. And the reason why I do this as my very first thing is almost how I prep the kits. It's so that they have time to dry. Kind of do it in two different segments. This will have time to dry, right? And when it's time for me to want to sit down and scrapbook with it, and I do have cute pictures. I'm gonna, this month, I'm going to use pictures from a vacation my daughter was just on. They went to the Mediterranean, and they must have had gelato, Italian ice, etc., like twice a day. So many pictures of different like cold treats that I thought it was super cute. So super cute, great. It's a pineapple. Then I look around, I'm like, what else do I want to do in the same Bumblebee color? So I'm going to go ahead and pop some Bumblebee on this sunshine. Now the sunshine, I could also think about coming in with a little bit of the cantaloupe. And you guys, you can have a blue sun. You can do anything you want. But my whole point that I wanted to show you guys is I really don't do anything fancy at all. You know how I was talking about the cantaloupe? I like the idea of a little bit of an orangier color coming in the center. I did not wash my brush. I just kind of went for it. And this paper is pretty darn good at handling this level of mixed media. Now, if you do want a nice barrier between your paints and, I'm just wiping it off a little bit, between your paints and the paper, just go ahead and pop on some clear gesso. You know, run an errand or something when you get back. It'll be good to go and dry. And then you can really, really mix things a lot. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my little paint on. Once these are dry, I keep getting this one piece, you guys, and I don't even know if you can see it. When these little guys are dry, then I will give them, I'm trying to get this one little hair trimmed. Come on, little guy, there we go. Then I'll fussy cut them out and I'll have yet more ephemera. I'm gonna be totally good to go. But yeah, pretty much just think about like your 5-year-old self and sit down and relax and enjoy the process. And I'll see you guys ever so soon. Give me a moment. So it's about to storm, so please bear with me, but I thought I'd show you what I ended up with for my cute little coloring book. So this little tan color that's just a mix of pink and green will end up making a nice mud color when you need a neutral. Is there anything else? Oh, I did add a little bit of Nouveau glaze for the water for this dish. The sunglasses, the ice cream topping, which is not showing well right there. There we go. The ice cream topping, just the white part. Oh, and my bubbles, because I thought that would be fun. I also used just a little bit of a white marker on a couple of the spots, like where the flowers are and stuff like that, to give them a little zhuzh. So I'm going to let this fully dry overnight, and I'll cut out all of my fun little pieces tomorrow morning. So we have that. Now, let's jump into the next idea because I have to figure out what the plan is. So this bit here, I want to cut out and make into a giant shaker. Actually, let me show you my photos too. So I'm already planning my layout after this one, and you guys, they're based on gelatos. My daughter went to Greece and Italy and Turkey, and she kept trying gelato everywhere. So let's start with this picture right here, because I'd like her to be facing this way, so that will be perfect. Otherwise, I could have it over here, and she could be in this cluster. But I think I'll have a cluster here, here, and here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that picture out of the way so I don't get it all yucky. I'll mat this in a scrap of white cardstock, right? But what I think I'm gonna do is cut out this center one, because I love, and when I'm looking at this, I don't think I'll be able to mat it on something else, you know, like trim the sides, because I want this full ice cream here. So let's go ahead and start this process. And the reason why I thought I would do this while I'm letting that stuff dry overnight, oops, I forgot. There's really good stuff on the other side of this, and I don't want to lose it all. So let me just kind of go close, but not super close. And as you see, we're not being super careful, but because I have a plan. I have a plan about why I don't have to be super careful. Let's see. I mean, kind of wish I had steadier hands. I'm thinking about being a little wavy right here. Doesn't even know if it'll matter with what I'm gonna do, because there's all these sprinkles that are really cute. I love the sprinkles. So basically, yes, I am trying to cut out the center. Great. And these are the goodies I remembered was on the other side, so I can fussy cut some of those out to make it so cute. So is this perfect? No. See, it's a little bit, but you know, I'm just not a girl who crafts perfectly. And wait, let me see the other side. Yep, perfect. So, and I say perfect. So what I thought I would do is do just a little bit of bendy bend, and it's gonna just get a little bit of a scuff up and stick up a little bit. So I'm gonna do that all the way around. See, like this? I thought that would be fun, and then we'll make a shaker out of it. But what I wanna think about is getting, you know what I could do? I have an idea. Let me put this to the side for just a moment. Let me get some white cardstock out. And this is just for my stash. What is it? Smooth white cardstock by Colorbach. It's not thick at all, but it's going to totally do what we need it to do. Okay, yep, it's just in a paper pad if you heard the tearing. So what I want to do, I know I'm going to do a shaker, right? Let's come way out. I know I'm going to do a shaker. Not a big deal there. This will go on top, you know, and I'll trim whatever has to be trimmed. You know what? I think I'm going to go in a little bit tighter right around here. And we'll just lose a little bit of those sprinkles. Not the big deal. My girl will be right here. She's wearing a blue skirt. There's blue in there, so that'll be cute. And I'm thinking of maybe, you guys, this is my palette. I kept mixing colors. Things were happening. So I'm thinking of coming in with this gorgeous color. This is called Making Waves, and it is a Vibes. So I have that. Then I'm thinking, I want to make it slightly darker. I already made a purple color over here. So let me see if I bring that in. Oh gosh, now we're mixing with green. Do you see my green? We have chaos. We have chaos happening. But, oh no. I want to see what kind of, ooh, kind of like that purpley color too. Although not exactly where I was going with that, but that might be really pretty. This is the situation where it would probably be smarter to gesso this, but I'm going to have lots of time for it to, I'm really just getting color on. I'm going to have lots of time for it to dry because I'm going to let it dry overnight. And right now I'm just getting some color on. We are not being precious about anything, and I'm actually trying not to be too careful, which clearly I'm not. So we have that. We have her hanging out. Great. What if I do some strong splatty bits in this, because it's going to give us some interest. Ooh, it kind of turned out minty. I wasn't trying to do that. I was actually going a darker blue, but it mixed with my green, and here we are. But I do low-key like. So sometimes you go, like where that went. Sweet. All right, I have that. What else do I want to do? I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of this ruby. This is a bit of a risk because we will get some mud, but we'll also get some cool color. Now, I do know that there will be shaker goodies on top from our bonus bundle. So we're getting some different things happening. And like I said, we're going to let it dry. It's going to be fine. Now let me take a look again. Kind of like that, right? And my paper is buckling. In the end, it's going to end up being just fine. All right, let me go ahead and get this. So this color right here is called Berry Hot. It is gorgeous. And it's in this cute little pan. This is just going to be another color of pink, and it reminds me of sprinkles. So it's in a nice pan. You just go ahead and add water to it, and it will be ready when you are. And now a lot of this will be hidden, right? Because we're doing a shaker. But the fun thing about mixed media is you just kind of start and see where it takes you. You don't always get the choice of making those decisions. Okay, pretty, pretty, pretty. I like that. I'm probably getting this all over my blinds, but you know, a girl has to do what a girl has to do. Now the last color I want to go in and get is some of this Bumblebee. I think that would be really pretty with this. Let me get a little bit of the Bumblebee on my brush and put it on my lid and grab a little bit of water just so it can move more easily. And this yellow will mix with any of these colors perfectly. And it will be fun and cute. And it'll dry how it dries. We're gonna be totally fine. But guys, in a way, this is giving a, like almost primary colors. So I had big splatters, and I'm going in with smaller ones because I love Bumblebee. It's so cute. Okay, we have that. I think that is fun, fun, fun. Okay, so this gets set aside to dry until tomorrow. And like I said, this will go right on top. Messy, messy fun. So let me go ahead. I'm going to, oops, I better move my palette out of the way before I get that into everything. Things can happen. I'm going to trim it just a little bit tighter around here. Not tight, just a little bit. Because I don't need as many sprinkles. There we go. Right around that cute little cherry. And then I'm going to give it all a nice little bend up. Now I've done shakers on my channel a bazillion times, but all I'm going to do is continue to bend this up. And there's going to be little tears, little bends. It's all okay. The only place I want to be a little bit careful about it is right around the ice cream because I have that little stem. So we'll do this. We'll do this. Just a little bit of something to that. The moment I saw this paper and I knew I had my bonus bundle, I'm like, somebody's going to be a shaker. And that's what happened. So what I want to do next is I'm going to take some of the packaging that came with my kit. There, I did the bending and now I'm being a little bit more forceful with it because I want some of those pieces really back. Okay, so this kit came with packaging. See? So I'm going to use some of that, but I have to get my, hold on, I have to get my tape runner. And what we're doing right now is I'm going to get the packaging covering this whole, well, I guess the whole hole, the entire circle area here. And this word won't be showing, of course. I'm going to go ahead and put that right where the packaging is. Now this is double layer packaging. I'm only going to be using this single layer, but I was just trying to be pretty easy peasy to show you. You guys just grab something and go for it because it's fun. I'm trimming the excess and we're going to end up going down to one layer in a second because the extra stuff will come right off. I will flip it over and show you the stitch. I'm just making sure that I don't cut through the circle on the front because that would not serve me. Okay. There we go. Let's go down to the one layer and I'll show you how that is looking. Extra packaging out of the way. So now we've got this nice shiny little center. So what we have to do now, actually I'm going to have to go get some more foam. I'm going to create a well with double-sided adhesive right here. Give me a moment. Off camera I put double-sided foam adhesive all around the cutout, and you can see a little bit of the paper in the middle right here, right? Now what we're going to do is pour in the filling, as it were. So I'm going to try to get the rest of the sequins out of my pack because I do have a lot to fill in. Now, you guys, you get a lot of sequins, but this is a giant shaker pocket. So I'm going to save about that many for my other layout stuff. So let's go ahead and spread it out just a little bit. And I'm just getting it a little bit more spread out, right? Now I'm going to take another piece of white paper. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. What was I thinking? As soon as this dries, I will flip it over. And I can't, wait, can I show you? I'm trying to see how drippy it is. I will flip it over and have this pretty mess right here. So tomorrow I will film that part and show you what it looks like. So let's do a really quick check-in. I did go ahead and matte my photo. I might matte it again so it really stands out, you know, against the white. Now, my background, this bit here, it's a little bit wavy. So it's making my layout wavy. But when I go ahead and put it into an album, it'll all work out. But look at the fun little shaky. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of this excess because I can use that white paper for other stuff. Then I wanted to show you my cute little painty bits. I did go ahead and added just a little bit of shine on top of places that I wanted just a little zhuzh. I thought it would be fun. So I have it on the glasses, on this sundae topping. I decided it was like marshmallow topping. This little bowl on my bubbles and in the pool water. So that's fun. I need to fussy cut that out. Before I jump off camera again, let me take a look. Oh, my Lanta, that would be so cute. Let me see what this side looks like. Okay, so this is perfect. Look at the waffle cone in the photo. Wouldn't that be so cute? So I'm gonna go ahead and matte it in this paper. It's got these cute candies on the other side, so I can still use both sides for things. So I need to spend a minute doing my fussy cutting and then picking out whatever embellishments I am vibing. Love my dots, so I'm gonna get them ready. So guys, I'll meet you right back here in a moment. Yes, lots of glare, but it'll be okay. I'm thinking of popping the photo. Do I want it on the wrong? No, pretty straight, I think, because there's a lot of stuff going on. I love the matting. That totally worked. This cute little ice cream right here is going to set off this little cluster. I've got this nice little die cut ephemera piece. I grabbed three, hold on, this is a little sticky, 3 of these little journaling spots to create a nice cluster up top here. That one can maybe come out a little bit. And then this little speech bubble reads hot because clearly she was roasty toasty. And then down here, I can have my layout read sweet summer. It's gonna have a little hashtag. I've got a dot here, one of the dots, and I've got this cute little yellowy dots right here, which will play off of this piece. And then over here, I'm going to have 2 of the ice cream cones that I fussy cut, as well as one of the die cuts in this little cluster. And then all I'm gonna do is finish it off with a few little bits of my sequins and a couple of splatty bits, and this is gonna be done. So you guys, let me get this all on here. We'll come back to a few splatty bits and we'll show you the finished layout. Okay, put all of the fun little bits on, including the sequins, and I'm gonna hit it just with, I think, Can't Elope as well as Berry Hot. So I went ahead and refreshed my little pans here because, you know, they dried out from sitting overnight. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of Berry Hot. I have it pretty darn liquidy because I wanted to make sure I could get some splatters out of it, some splatty bits. I'm gonna get a little bit on that dot. There we go, on my little dots. I have my photo covered with just a bit of packaging so I don't accidentally get splatters right on her face. And let me give this a quick little rinse. I'm gonna now go in and grab a little bit of the Can't Elope. Splatters, oops, got a little bit right there. Splatters going in this little cluster as well. I mean, you're not gonna see it like tons because we have all of these cute little sprinkles, but I still like it. Anywhere I can get a little bit of extra mixed media makes me happy. So guys, down below, I'll have links where you can check out this layout and the other design team layouts on the blog. You can come into the Facebook group and show us what you've been creating with Shimmerz products. And when you put in your next order, put my name in the comments section and they'll send you a freebie. It also lets them know that I sent you, which is never a bad thing. I'm trying to get a little bit on my little sundae here. Cute. I didn't get any of the berry hot color on there, so let me just go ahead and do the same thing just for a couple little extra cute bits. Oh, you guys, look at how cute this is. Oops. On my little ice cream that's on the top, that's in the Making Waves color, I put the little tiny bits of the sequins that were in my sequin tray for sprinkles. I just thought it was cute. See how there's itty bitty ones? So fun. So that is my layout, making a really large shaky shaker because I don't know, there was just something about this paper that wanted me to do it. So I had to jump on in. I also like that I've got these little bent up edges so you can see a little bit of the print that's on the other side, like it's just coming out and we're getting a good look. So I'm gonna let this dry, get a few still shots, and I'll see you guys ever so soon with another video. Bye, friends.